Right. Hello. Welcome back. Yeah, Cody's just please fix your game. We're back on lap 3. Pease is absolutely broken away from Larkin. Let's just get everything up and ready. They're all on the same tyres, so we don't care about that. Right, position change. Yeah, as everybody's picking up pens, we love Mexico. Who's the closest on track that might have a battle? Let's have a look at Tope and Campbell. Obviously, no ERS as we've spoken in the past 2 streams. Just DRS and Slipstream and talent, as Toxic is failing to show. But in turn number 1, Campbell looks for a move on Chill. Obviously, Chill is able to keep ahead. However, Campbell able to get a better run. Will go on board with him. Little bit squirmy from Chill there. As we come down to turn number 4, Campbell on the outside. He's going to brake a little bit later. Chill with the inside line, which will turn for the outside for turn number 5. But Campbell able to get just ahead up to P number 8 after the lap 1 skirmishes that a few people had. Tope just sitting behind as RJ in the MP as well, sitting pretty Montana. Don't know if he's got a full front wing. He seems to do, even though he was involved in a crash. But yeah, he probably picked up a warning there. But you know, speaking of warning, yeah, there's loads of people have pens. It's just Mexico. But yeah, this group see it turning into a 5-car train. Maybe Rocco can get up to the back of him, but we'll have to see who gets the best exit up in front. Luke looking like always. Felipe seems to have made a mistake, allowing Verstappen to get through as Montana sets a fast lap of the race, and his intentions solely on trying to get past. We have a few overtakes happening. Luke getting past Dowry. Montana is going to send... Is he on RJ? He goes down the inside, gets the move done, and also picks his way past Tope as well. Obviously RJ picking up a penalty for cutting the corner as Brendan and Miami, don't know what happened, but yeah, Toxic up to 40. Let's go Toxic. He is back after the crash. Anyway, Pease, the sweaty is miles ahead in... Oh, I have pressed something. Just have a day off. But we have a big train forming. Obviously from P2 to P that Campbell has he got damage actually? That looked very squirmy from him, as actually in the background we have Montana down the inside of Chill into the stadium section, and he's gonna make the move as Tope gets past RJ. There's a yellow flag, it's Lars spinning. RJ seems to be going a little bit slowly, but yeah, apart from that, Montana now setting his sights on Campbell. Obviously, these two, fierce rivals. Connor all over the back of Felipe. Hopefully, this does not turn into anything bad. Felipe keeps it down the inside of Connor, which is going to turn into the inside for turn number 3, but Connor manages to get the move done, and from P18 he is up to P6, obviously helped by the incidents on lap 1. Dowry on the back of Luke, but this train just kind of keeping together as Felipe dives it down the inside of Connor. Very late on the brakes there. Felipe using the track to its full width. Still side by side with these two, and Felipe's gonna keep the position somehow. But Felipe had an illegal overtake, therefore had to give the position back to Connor. But obviously with DRS, Felipe is gonna look probably down into turn number 1 again. As up in front, Dowry under pressure from Kvyat Verstappen himself. Kvyat Verstappen looks into the hairpin, a little late there, as Felipe looks all over the back of Connor. Verstappen looking to get past Dowry and move into 4th position. Sorry, he's already in 5th. California having a little spin, and we're going to come on board to Felipe. Montana with the fastest lap of the race, hunting down Campbell. Felipe looks over the back of Connor. Connor is going to just move to the left-hand side and Felipe is gonna go through back into P number 6. Connor's actually gone wide. I have a feeling there was a little bit of a touch. But anyway, Felipe is into P6 again. Verstappen still hounding Dari. And obviously, these guys are just going to be... I mean, Luke's obviously just going to... Dari goes a little bit deep. That might give Verstappen a tiny sniff of a switchback, but unfortunately cannot get it done. But yeah, I think Luke will just... He knows Pease is miles ahead. Pease, unless he bottles, should win this, as Lars has had his 7th spin of the race. Yeah, Pease should win this. So yeah, Luke is just sitting nice. He knows Dari is probably not the quickest of these 4, so he can just sit behind Larkin and relax as RJ picks up another penalty. Felipe is just on the fringes of DRS. He will be hoping, as Toxic unfortunately picks up one, as Felipe just, I believe, picks up DRS, takes an absolute mouthful of curb, but I believe he should have it. He did not. So, yeah, that's unfortunate. Connor, we're going to have round number 7 of these two, as Montana and Campbell. Montana moves to the outside. That is a horrendous camera angle. There we go. Campbell on the inside. Montana is going to use his anti-lock brakes and gets round the Scotsman. Obviously double DRS as well. And just in front, Connor round the outside of Felipe. It's going to be round number 8 for these two. Connor leaving Felipe just a little bit of room. A little bit of contact between the two. Oh, is Montana's actually ghosted? I don't really know what's happened. The Felipe still on the inside of Connor. Connor's going to try and hold him around the outside of the S's. This is surely not going to work for these two, and one of them has to give up. And it's Connor just as Verstappen looking over the back of Dari, as Dari actually, after I said he wasn't looking amazing, is looking on the back of Luke. Connor still looking on the back of Felipe. You have to think that Connor will get him into turn number 1. Verstappen, all these 4 very close, as he actually picks up a penalty, as he had been going a little bit wide there with his NFT sponsor. Chill unfortunately picks up a penalty. Obviously, I believe the top 10 would score points, or maybe even top 15. I think it's top 15. As Larkin gets past Luke, I must have missed Luke passing him, as they've actually 3 wide. Dari's going to squeeze the pair of them, and Luke loses 2 positions. And he's going to lose 3 positions. Unfortunately, with no DRS because of as Felipe has spun and he's reset to track, which would be license points if anyone could be bothered to report him in the actual season. But yeah, Taupe on the back of his for now teammate. Obviously, the teams will change in the actual season. Is Luke still trying to fight with Verstappen? Has dropped from 2nd to 5th. Pease is now 5.1 seconds ahead. Yeah, that's crazy. But yeah, no, Verstappen starting to make his way out. Obviously, with the penalty, would drop down to P8, promoting Connor up to P5 again. Yeah, just... I mean, I thought he'd be high up. I didn't think he'd be this high already. But Connor probably could finish P2 in this race. Campbell, I believe, still has damage. It's no visible damage, but through the S's you could notice it. Luke is very close. Dari, I believe, will go for this. He's not going to sit behind, and yet to the inside. Pass Larkin into P2, and is Verstappen going to look for a move on Larkin? No, he doesn't. Obviously, Larkin will not get any DRS as Luke actually goes deep. Connor is going to look around the outside of turn 2, down turn 3. Luke forced off track there, but at the same time not really anywhere to go, and Luke's day is going to get even worse as Campbell now gets past the Brit, and Montana is going to be looking at Luke, and actually he's going to go right round the outside, tries to move into turn number 5, but unfortunately no room there, and your Montana going to have to sit behind for now, currently in P8. And Well, this was a 4-car train. It's now a 6-car train. No, it's not. It's a 7-car train. My maths is horrendous. Chew obviously a little bit behind, but yeah, Verstappen looking at the back of Larkin, but I think nobody's going to be able to make a move into the same section unless Montana can just magically... oh, he's going to have a look at Luke down the inside. Luke leaves just enough space. And Montana is going to try and just go for the better exit. Actually, I think Luke was just at the DRS range, but Montana is already past him anyway. There's another yellow flag. I believe it was Brendan or Miami. And yeah, Montana with the DRS should get this move done easily. Verstappen looking on the back of Larkin. And he's gonna stay behind for now. Obviously, Connor 13 positions up from where he started in the sprint race. I mean, if he can do this in the sprint race, God knows what he can do in the feature race. As actually, he's gonna look to the outside of Verstappen. Felipe picks up another penalty. Connor is gonna try and brake later. There's a little bit of contact. Campbell's gonna get through. Little bit of wheel banging. Nothing malicious. And Connor unfortunately loses a position instead of gaining one. As Larkin looking at the back of the area, I think Larkin will just try and play the smart. Obviously, the smart man he is, the veteran of league racing. He will know what will be best. Obviously, leaving a bit of a gap as actually Verstappen. Connor has passed Campbell. Not too sure how that happened, but Verstappen. Oh, that was a nice shot, but we obviously missed it. Because cheers, Cody's. Verstappen. This is what is this camera angle? People are picking up penalties left. Actually, let's have a look at the penalties while we're. That's not as bad as actually I thought. What's next? Oh, there's a Montana all over the back of Connor. The NSX team rivalry as Connor looks to the back of Campbell, and we're gonna. Oh, it's very late from Campbell. And Montana's going to try around the outside. Unfortunately, he cannot make that stick as Verstappen gets ahead of Larkin. Luke picks up a penalty, so that's not going to help him. He's not going to gain from Verstappen's penalty. As up in front, Larkin can't make a move. Montana, is he going to look on Campbell? Oh, very close to contact. But Montana sticks behind, still in P7. Obviously, Luke just frauding his way from P2 to P8, the reverse fraud, nice English, as Verstappen goes very wide. P's still just miles ahead. Rocco, oh, as RJ has a massive snap, and Rocco is all over the back of him. He'll be sniffing the MP logo, and Rocco, if I know Rocco, he will go for it into the stadium section, and he does. As Montana gets past Campbell, Rocco sends it, cuts the corner for good measure, and goes wide. And, and then forces RJ wide as well. Rocco gets up to P11, and Tope now will probably get past as well, but we'll cut to Connor's P4 as the yellow flag against California, and Rocco's had a spin, or a moment. Montana. Larkin's now P5. Connor's, if Connor doesn't finish P2, I'd be more surprised. As Tope gets past RJ, yeah, Rocco must have had a huge moment as RJ actually round the outside keeps it to the inside for turn 2. I'm not too sure if RJ will get the air. We will get the rest of these two. There will be no position changes. Montana still on the back of the train. He keeps picking off one person a lap. But we're only 1.5 laps away. Pease has drove a absolutely dominating drive. We've not really covered him because there's nothing to talk about with him. Anyway, Connor on the back of Verstappen for the second to final time, the penultimate time. Tope picks up a penalty. Oh, I've dropped my phone, but we don't care about that. Connor extending track limits to its full advantage. Gets a little bit of rear locking, and Campbell gets past Montana. What is happening with the ghosting? I do not know, but we're starting the final lap, and Montana